It's the ass crack of the week, everybody. The ass crack of the week. I see why Garfield hates Mondays in the first place. So let's get it on and popping. We got ourselves another artist I found on Instagram. His name is AyeGhoul, like Ghoul, like Ghostbusters and shit like that. Ghoul. Like Halloween and something like that. But his name is AyeGhoul. So I found him on Instagram, and all of his links are in the description below. So y'all tap in with them, and also tap in with his album. His album is on Apple Music and SoundCloud, of course, SoundCloud. But he should be arriving here shortly. I sent the link out to him, so he should be joining up with messy bun, everybody. So y'all excuse that. Y'all excuse that messy bun, this messy bun. But here we go.
Yo,
Are you spooky music making dude?
that was good, twin.
Tell him your name and where you from.
My name's AyeGhoul. I'm from Texas. Lived here all my life. Actually lived here till I was 19. Moved to Chicago, then moved back to Texas.
And what made you get into being an underground artist?
Honestly, I always used to fuck with, like pop, like country type of music whenever I was real little. Then I heard No Flockin' by Kodak Black. That was like the first rap song that I really got into. I made a remix off that, and then it's just been up from there.
So you was listening to No Flock by Yak.
Yeah, like literally, I heard that whole, and it just got me into the whole genre of just rap in general. Like I was like, like being little, like listening like Lil Wayne, like you hear it all around and shit. I just was never one to go out of my way to listen to music. After that, though, it really got me to start paying attention to
I got
drops, everything.
I got a cup full of that oil and I'm made. Plus I'm sitting sideways.
It's bro, I fuck with it. Like I think. Well, what? Yeah, he was 14 when he made that shit too, and like that's whenever I was looking at it too. So like it just made me realize, shit. I mean,
Big Pokey
I'm
and Paul Wall, baby.
I seen Paul Wall performing. That was the first. That's the first concert I ever went to. Was Paul Wall and Young Gravy out here in Texas.
He had the grill in his mouth, didn't he?
Hell yeah, he always man. He always got that bitch rocking.
Swisher House.
But it was lit though. I went with one of my homies' mom. She was moshing with us.
And he was just there. Paul Wall was just there.
It was him. I forgot what this one. It was like one of them old DJs that used to be real big back in like them Vine days. I was like shocked to see him, and then Young Gravy's ass was just walking around the stage, just faded like a motherfucker.
That's because he was high.
Hell yeah,
He,
but
he,
shit,
he was high. Shit. Big Pokey was high when he made that damn song. You can
and
tell.
hell yeah,
Slurring
yeah,
his words and shit. Big
shit.
Pokey and Paul Wall, baby. God rest his soul, but shit, he was high as hell when he made that.
Nah, for real, rest in peace, man. Got to get in that mode somehow.
And
Just
it was
can't be overboard with that shit.
he was faded. Like, what the fuck?
I
But
remember.
you being an underground artist, what has that taught you?
I would say it's taught me how to keep a solid work ethic above all. Whenever you making music, you got you got to have a plan with everything. You got to be able to set schedules for your drop dates. You got to be able to set times when you're going to record. You got to be able to work around your actual work balance, like that work and life balance. So getting into getting into that rhythm and being able to start finishing projects, like starting a song, then finishing that song and having that feeling that, like, yeah, I accomplished that. That's a whole finished project. That's what got me into really just sticking into everything, is getting to feel that feeling of completion. And ever since then, I've just been hooked to it. Like, it's like it's like an addiction in a way. Like I got to, get on the mic, at least say something, speak my mind type shit.
Well, you gotta have a strong work ethic when when you like on an underground scene, like a strong work ethic and have a solid team by your side. So that's really
Facts.
that's the main two things you have to worry about when it comes to being an underground artist: the work ethic and the team behind you. Like then you got the managers and whatnot.
Nah, that's big facts. You got to be consistent with that quality too. You can't be there's gonna be so many people that's gonna reach out to you, like offering management, offering they gonna boost your career, man. It's gonna make it easy and all that, and that's all shortcuts. That's never the moves that I had to learn with that. Whenever you doing this, you got to do it. You obviously you need help. You got to have a good community around you, but you got to be able to do it on yourself. Have that dependency with yourself too. So that's how you are able to build that consistency. Then you find those like-minded people around you. You build up that team of like-minded people, and then you can just go up from there.
A
You
tree of
can't surround
workers,
yourself with
get
people
a
that's just
pimp,
lazy.
not a simp. Keep the dope fiends higher than a good year blimp. We eat so many shrimps. I got iodine poisoning. Fuck niggas make me sick with all that pinching and bargaining. You say that you a boss, I ain't believing this shit. You got the funny Geneva watch with the Ferrari kid. Like, take that monkey shit off. You embarrassing us. Like, damn, pimp, why you do that?
It's
Like, but you gotta have those behind you.
not for real. You can't have people. You can't have people that's gonna leech type shit. You can't have people that just want you to boost they motion, to boost they algorithms, everything like that. You gotta have that focus on yourself before you can put that focus on anybody else. I had like that situation. I've had one bad management situation and they wanted me to do all this shit for them, post all like these different snippets, make all these basically make having me do commercials and shit for them. And it's like that is not the move for you or any underground artist really, because you are just pushing other people's agendas. You got to have your own agenda to be able to boost that shit yourself and to be able to work yourself up, because one day you're going to be in that position where you going to be like in a studio in a session or something. You ain't going to know what to do. You're just going to be lost in a motherfucker.
Like, you just gonna be staring at the space, goddamn, like, what am I supposed to do?
Literally,
What's all
literally.
this?
Cause you just out here paying for followers, you paying for plays, you paying for presets and shit. Like that's like see like whenever I first started, like I said, I was like 15 whenever I did that shit. I thought that was the way to do it, but now you got to learn that shit yourself.
And paying for presets, that ain't it either, because people be taxing on presets and taxing. And speaking of taxing, why the hell everybody paying for blue checks knowing good and damn well they ain't famous? Like,
Bro,
I
bro,
see
that's
everybody on Instagram and Facebook got these blue verification checks. Like, they
flexing.
ain't nobody famous, but they got the blue verification check. Like, what?
Bro, I've
Like,
been seeing that. I saw they started offering that shit. I'm like, come on, man.
Instagram literally throwing it out there, like Tony Romo in the playoffs.
It's like
They
they take my
and
fault.
they charging nothing but like 14 $15 on that membership.
Literally, and it take away for like, cause that's like a goal. Like obviously, like you getting on social media, it's always a goal to get verified, so you can be known. And then now they putting a paywall in front of it, so it's like it's really not even that much of an accomplishment. It's like with YouTube, how originally they just did like what was it, the 100K play button, the million play button. Now they got a play button for damn near every 1,000 subscribers you hit.
Now they got the now YouTube got they pay you these days. They
Hell yeah.
still do the play button, but they pay you, but you gotta do reach a certain milestone in order to get paid from YouTube. Like I did a little research on it. You gotta have like a certain amount of watch time and 1,000 subscribers. But the watch time is gonna be the hardest thing to do because you got to get 3 million hours of watch time.
In my opinion.
You gotta like the monetization. I don't know about that part. I just know about the getting paid from it. But
Hmm.
monetization, I don't know nothing about that. I
I
don't
feel
know.
like sponsors the move.
I don't know nothing about no damn monetization. I
See,
just
you got
know that you get paid from YouTube. That's it.
how long you been on like on this like genre with YouTube, like doing interviews and shit?
Not too long. I used to do them before. I stopped
Where
for a little bit. Now I picked it back up
I feel
because
you.
because everybody I seen a lot of underground artists and producers, they need more exposure and whatnot. So
Hey,
I said, fuck it, let me go and get back into the field of interviewing.
yeah,
But I
no,
but I'm also interviewing like content creators and influencers and whatnot. I'm like switching it up.
yeah, that's dope as fuck. Like, cause I feel like there's really not that much opportunity to like for collaborators to get out there, talk about like, both of what they doing because it helps both people out. Like this my first time even doing an interview or anything like this. Like I saw the opportunity, I just like fuck it, do it. Cause like really there ain't a lot of people doing this type of shit. And it's like it's dope to see like just people like, cause if everybody in this type of genre, the underground content creators, we all like-minded type of people. So getting to bounce ideas off of that, getting to know other people's perspectives on that, it can really help you in the long run too.
But
So like,
people being too damn cool to do that. They don't want to do that. They too damn cool to do that.
they too cool to post a TikTok, a trailer, or something like that. They just expect shit to happen. Like you got to put yourself out there.
Like they expect they being too damn cool. They don't want to help nobody grow. But when it comes to them, that if the shoe was on the other foot, it'd be different.
Exactly. Like it's they don't want how would I even put that type shit? Like they don't want they want to get the handout type shit, but they don't want to seem like they want the handout. They want it just like nonchalant type gave to them, if that makes sense.
Like it's retarded. Like
Literally.
they don't want to help nobody win, and they gonna regret that in the long run because when that person start getting more successful, they're gonna be like, damn, I did support him, but nope, you didn't want to do that. So and
Exactly.
it's still and it's still an ongoing issue with that today because nobody don't want to see nobody win, and that's a major problem.
Exactly. And it's like people be thinking that like just because someone else is winning, that don't mean you can't also win. We all supposed to be like it's a community, so you bring people up, and you ain't never gonna even if you bring yourself up on your own, that's just gonna work against you in the long run too. Cause then ain't nobody gonna be messing with you in the future. Cause then whenever they get up, they gonna be like, you wasn't trying to help me whenever I was going up and shit. So like, why would I help you? That's why like that's how I got to know. I don't know. You know who Underground Sound is?
Underground sound. I don't think I do.
It's like one of like the more popping like underground news pages on Instagram. They got like 250,000 followers, and I literally just one day randomly hit them up, and they responded, and so we just started like bouncing ideas and shit back and forth. They put me in like a bunch of these different group chats. That's how I even am in like the chat that I seen you in. That's how I'm in any of my chats. I got like a follow from them and shit like that. and like just from reaching out to niggas and not being scared and not thinking like, oh, just because I got this amount of followers, they ain't gonna respond back to me. Ain't nothing gonna come from it. Like I ended up getting a lot from that. I like became a part of their group. I got to meet hella artists that are coming up right now. Even like when it comes to one of my homies, they based in Houston. Um, I started messing with him. He had like 5K followers. Now he up to 20K, and it's like it's that quick. It's that quick how it can happen. And now bro be helping me out. He don't be charging me for opens. He be sending me, like shit that he would like charge niggas $200-$300 for. So like you gotta build them relationships.
The H Town.
Nah, for real. I fuck with
At
Houston.
Astroland.
Man, that you remember when that last Astro shit happened?
Nah.
Bro, because I was supposed to go to that last Astro World when like that big fiasco happened when like niggas was
I,
like dying and
yeah,
shit.
I heard about that. That was yeah, somebody died at Travis Scott's, concert, and they held him responsible and whatnot because
Yeah, that was
it's his concert. Whenever something happens at concert like that, whenever something like that happens at a major concert like that, they're gonna blame you because you could have stopped the show and called for help, but nah, you wanted to keep going with it, and that's one of the reasons why Travis Scott got criticism for that. He got backlash for that because he could have stopped the show, but he chose to keep going and not call for help because somebody was dying. Somebody had died at the show, and he kept on performing like nothing ever happened, and that's why everybody was giving him backlash about that.
yeah, like, and it's like that, and that situation alone changed up how like so many concerts be like running and performing now too, all just cause like even with like his explanation of how like he ain't know what was going on, he wanted to keep shit going and all that, like 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 that ended up changing it to where now you go to concerts and everybody be taking pauses and breaks and shit to make sure that everybody's okay. They be like just like having to like have little intermissions and like just like changed up the whole game whenever it came to that, when it really just didn't ever have to get to that point. And it's like people not knowing how to act, but it's always gonna end up getting thrown back on the artist no matter how much like they can or can't control that. And it's like I don't know. That happened to Cardi literally in Houston too, from niggas like busting down their fences. They had to cancel that concert too.
Being ran different these days. They don't, and they ain't letting drill rappers come in there either.
Oh hell nah, definitely not.
They ain't letting no drill rapper perform at Rolling Loud because they songs can incite violence. From what I'm hearing, they songs incite violence. Like take for example, New York in 2019. They had drill rappers like they had rappers like Pop Smoke and whatnot.
Yeah.
They took them off the lineup because they songs incite violence. Like K Flock, D Thing, all them rappers, all
Hell
them
yeah.
New York rappers that was supposed to be on New York's 2019 Rolling Loud lineup, they took him off. Chef G, they took him off to Sleepy Hollow. They took him off as well.
And it's like see, people get mad at that stuff, but at the same time, like you gotta understand that it's like there's so many examples where it genuinely be fucking up. Like, so you can't be having those crowds and then it just mess up everything for people. You get the whole event shut down. So it's like you gotta watch your image if you're gonna be going to those places. If you wanna be like performing and popping out at really crazy venues and shit like that, you gotta be able to always maintain your image, make sure that you communicating with your fans, with your people, telling them like be
They
there
don't
for a
want to do
good time.
and they don't want to do that either. These rappers, as soon as a rapper get like a little bit of money, and fame, oh, they act different.
Oh yeah, and
They
they
act,
like that shit. Any of that attention.
they get a little, they act a little different with they and whatnot. They act different. They act stingy. Like you was struggling like this person was, and you don't want to help them out.
Like literally, like you come from the exact same background. Like a year before that, you was in the same boat. Like no guap, like no ways to really get your shit out there, no way to really build up that motion. And you was, I'm sure, like, and I'm saying you as in like the person blowing up back then. They wanted help. They was trying to reach out for people and get help, and they probably wasn't getting it, and they could break that cycle. They could be the ones that's out here helping people, but instead they decide to just go Hollywood. That's why I really mess with Duop Kane, because Duop, I can message bro anytime and I know I'm gonna get a response from him, even if it's just me like saying like what's up, like saying like some real shit that's going on, like saying I fuck with a drop or something, because he be connecting with his fans a lot. And I think Duop is like a number one underground example of like how you should go about telling your fans how to act towards your music, concerts, all of that.
But whenever, but it's some rappers that do be humble when they get there, get to the top, and it's the ones that don't. And this goes for the ones that don't. Like the ones that don't act humble, they act all entitled and act like they wasn't, at the bottom of the barrel. They act all superior and whatnot. They doing all that. I wouldn't even do all that because it can backfire. Like one if it was given to you, it can be taken away. So
Literally.
like the ones that don't act humble with their money and whatnot, doing dumb shit with it, going to jail all the time. Like once you get mainstream, it's best to keep your head low and keep doing what you're doing. Like keep putting out music because because you don't want to be in a jail where everybody knows you, like in
Yeah.
general population and whatnot. Like you get put in there, they basically trying to take you out. So
Whole ass target.
you're a whole target out here. So when you make it, it's best to stay out of jail and not fuck up that chance because that chance can be taken away from you and given to somebody else that's more deserving of it and whatnot. Because every time I see a mainstream rapper like NBA YoungBoy, for example, he keep going to jail
Hell yeah.
and he keep fucking up. Yet every time he fuck up, he get back up like nothing happened. But we ain't talking about him. We talking about the ones that don't. Like soon as they keep on going back and forth to jail, they start falling off. They money getting shorter. Like the label executives fucking them over and whatnot.
Just
So
doing.
it's really crazy that when an underground rapper makes it, they think the first thing they do is sign a record deal. Like, no, you don't want to do that
Hell no. Cause you
because
don't even know how to manage your shit.
once you sign that paperwork, you basically done for because they tell you when to drop music. They tell you what to do and whatnot. Like you go to an interview because they set all that up for you. Your record label sets all that up for you. The interviews, the tours, and the concerts and whatnot. They set that up for you. You just
Exactly.
basically just collecting ends for them because most of that money you sign for, that's advance money. They give you an advance. An advance is like an allowance. Like
Yeah.
that's what an allowance is. Advance is basically an allowance, and what they do and what people do with those allowances. Well, advances. Most rappers will blow it on jewelry and cars and shit like that. They don't see that they gotta pay all that back.
They'll do that shit instantly. Like you gotta treat that shit like it's a like literally it's like a loan. You gotta put that shit towards your actual craft. Like that's always been like I've never been the type to where like if I get offered something like niggas gonna try to say that they'll like throw me a deal or something. I'll take a distro deal, but that's gotta be like later down the line type of thing. And that's gotta be something that I have management that can look over. I gotta know that that shit is like top to bottom solid with that because that's how, for example, like I don't know, there's this artist named The Holiday. He immediately had signed a deal after he had one hit song. And like after that, he couldn't drop no new shit. He couldn't. He had like this whole lineup for like a year plus. He couldn't do anything. They was controlling his entire life. They even made him like pretend to date a girl just to like for the image of like the label and everything like that. They like just like you said, you signing your shit away. And like underground artists, as an underground artist, that should never be your goal. Your goal should always be to stay as independent as possible. You can have a team and still be an independent artist. You ain't gotta sign your talent away to a company that's just gonna use it.
And not knowing you gotta pay that advance back. You gotta pay
Exactly.
it back. Like if you sign, and really you ain't even signing for what you signing and getting all the money you sign for. Like let's say if you sign a record deal to Sony for about a good meal, you gonna get at least I say 500K from that advance,
Hell yeah.
and and the rest of it, like most of that advance is gonna go to lawyers and whatnot. That's 80% of your advance.
Hmm.
In case you get into any lawyer legal troubles, that most of the advance is going straight to lawyers and whatnot. Like a good 20% of it is gonna go to producing and whatnot. Like you got to pay the producers and the beating for the beats and whatnot, and studio time. So that's really that's really almost all your money. Then you're gonna buy the jewelry and the cars and all that. I wouldn't even I wouldn't even do no shit like that.
Yeah, because like you can use that money and set yourself up to be in a real good position to where after you make that advance back, you can pay that advance back. Then you get the actual money to start coming in. That's when you can start, enjoying your money, enjoying yourself with that money a little bit and putting that out there. You can't just you get that shit, blow it immediately with no plan, no ability to make that back for the label. They gonna keep you in that contract until you make it back for them.
Or you can make a number one hit, number one hit that'll top the chart, that'll top the charts, goddamn. Because
Like,
that's why most songs go on Billboard. Other than streams and whatnot, I mean streams are free.
mhm,
They don't the rap like the artists they get paid a point 0.1 percentage of that. They get
yeah,
paid from the streams. Like I've been studying the game, so they get paid for every stream. They get paid a point, like they get paid a point 0.1 percentage.
yeah, like the streaming revenue is definitely like people gonna think that like yeah you gonna be able to like just get all your bread off of like that streaming revenue and shit, but in reality the real money how you gonna be making that advance back is always gonna be concerts, touring, it's gonna be even like selling features, promo, shit like that. Like that's what niggas can be doing, but like rarely are you, not even rarely, you should never think that you can just rely on streams to be able to recoup your advance. You're gonna need to use that advance to set yourself up to make that money to recoup it. Type shit. At least that's how I've always looked at it.
Then the streaming that right there, like Spotify and whatnot, they pay them a point 0.1 percentage. Like
Hell yeah.
it's crazy, but it's true. That's why you don't need to sign a record deal so fast. Like deny them. Like if they offer you 2 mil, just say nah, I'm straight.
Literally, because then you also got to think, if they offering you that, they offering you that for a reason. That they offering you that because they think you got something that can make them money. So if anything, you get offered that, that should just be something that you see as like fuel to keep doing what you doing type shit. Maybe later down the line, maybe you get a deal that actually is solid or something like that. But never just like, especially you just starting to blow up and shit, never just take that shit like to start. Cause that's you gonna cook your career.
Then another important thing is you gotta have your masters. Like you gotta have your masters. All
Facts.
all mainstream artists had they got their masters, whether alive or deceased. They always had their masters because your masters can determine your generational wealth, and if you like want to put out music or whatnot. If you got your masters, that's very important to have because that right there can help you out in a major way, like music wise and generational wealth wise, because nobody don't want to be told when to put out music.
Exactly.
So it's like you gotta have your masters. I mean, look at Prince and look at Michael Jackson. They got out of that. They got out of that contract because they ain't like the conditions, the terms and conditions of what they were doing. Like Prince said, they will slave you. So
Yeah, like literally just like work your ass off, and like they take away the art aspect of it, and it's just like it literally becomes a job for them, and then that's how like they lose the love for it too. And like then like they try to buy their catalogs back and shit. And I definitely like I agree, like you gotta be able to own your shit. Like so many niggas, they be doing like that beat stealing shit, or they don't be paying attention to like actually knowing if you allowed to use certain beats. They be stealing beats from like real popular producers, shit like that too. And I know that's like a real rampant issue right now. And in the future, that shit gonna bite you in the ass too, because then you don't own that. You don't own them streams. You don't own that money. You gotta pay all that back.
then the copyright issues, like you gotta,
Yeah, yeah.
they're gonna stop you before they do all of that. Like the copyright issue, they're gonna stop all that. So
Shit, I got copyrighted. I've had one copyright strike, and that alone had like taught me that like yeah, I need to actually do shit the right way. It got me into producing because like now I'll actually produce beats. I got homies that'll just like produce up and cook up some beats for me. But I had gotten a copyright that low key almost got my distro kid taken down, and after that I was like, it is not worth that risk at all. Like even if it's just like using free for profit beats and shit like that, or just learning to produce yourself, or just getting you like a part-time job type shit so that you can afford that. Like you don't need to like be looking out for like managers or like advancements from labels to do that, because it's still just gonna set yourself up for failure.
yep, that's why you don't sign the record deals, everybody.
Hell
They,
no, like
why
stay
you don't
away from that shit.
that's why you don't sign the record deals. If you're an underground artist or producer, don't be signing. Just deny them. Like if they offer y'all 2 million to sign, like any major music label, like Sony or Warner Music, all them, deny them, deny them, deny them, deny them. Like
It's a trap.
give y'all self about a good 2 years and watch how that build revenue just build up out of nowhere.
Literally, that's all it takes. Cause you getting that deal like that 2 years, I like swear you was not gonna be as good off as if you was just staying independent that whole time. Like you just stick to yourself, you stick to your craft, you keep improving and dropping on your own pace and doing the stuff that you want to do. And that's what the fans are gonna want to hear too. The fans don't want something that's preconceived and like scripted from a label type shit. They want to hear you. That's how you get that following, and that's how you keep that following. Like label trap, probably like that's like the biggest trap for underground artists nowadays, because all these mainstream people, they see how influential you can be as an underground artist. Now they see that all these mainstream artists don't really got the pool that they used to have. So they be trying to capitalize on all, like, there's a lot of talent in the underground. But yeah, like, just any underground artist, anyone, like, just keep that talent for yourself so that you can build on it and make a career for yourself, make a living through that shit. Don't contribute to other people's livings and careers.
Never do that.
You just gotta just stick to that consistency, and then, like I said, work you a little part-time job if you really need the money to be able to afford beats, to be able to afford like your FL Studio shit, plugins, anything like that. Like, there is nothing wrong with having a job and being a music artist at the same time. So many people look at that as like, nah, you ain't got it. You ain't got motion if you working a job while you also trying to like do music and all that other shit, when like that is not true. That's literally you doing as good as you can to push your career forward. Like, you gotta spend money to make money. That's true in every aspect, and especially in music.
But they think working 9 to 5 is lame though. So
Literally.
I don't see why everybody hate on working a 9 to 5. Like what's wrong with working a 9 to 5, dog? It's legal money.
It's
Like it's
legal,
legal.
like,
It's
and it's
legal.
guaranteed.
Like you getting it's legal money. Shit, I mean, I ain't saying that ain't nothing wrong with getting money off the streets, but shit, you gonna get tired of it eventually. So it's best to work a 9 to 5 and stay out the way, other than getting fast money and some end up happening to you, whether death or in jail. Shit, it's like ain't nothing wrong with working 9 to 5. At least you staying out the way and making legal money, and you get
Making
taxes and whatnot. Then you,
And it's like, then that money don't even matter no more.
like when you get money and get fast money and you go to jail, where that money gonna go? Nowhere.
Like, that's why I've gotten fast money before, and then I've worked for minimum wage before. No matter what, that money always gonna end up getting spent. You always gonna get money back, and it's like, you don't need to be stressing so much about just building your shit up, getting like taking so many risks that your freedom's gonna be away and shit like that. You want that freedom so that you can build yourself up, so that you can be a better person, and so that you can get your money up. Cause, like, just like you said, like, you got, like, yeah, it's gonna be cool if you run up your money and, like, you run up 100 racks, you run up an M, you get locked up. Guess what? You get to spend like 150 a month on your commissary. That's how much you get to spend. All that money for nothing.
Sitting in that cell, that ain't sitting in that cell. Oh, that ain't no good feeling.
I don't know. I know
Fucked
one
up.
of my artist homies just recently, they got caught with, and for no reason at all, them niggas was driving around with 70 pounds. They wasn't selling or anything like that. They was just driving around with it. They got caught. Them niggas probably, I don't know when they getting out.
Dumb work.
But like, bro, they ran up 10K on Instagram. They was getting like good plays and everything. Like, they had no reason to be doing that shit. And same with niggas that, like, you get up, like, you get some money, and then you
Yeah.
gonna go out and still be robbing and shit. Like,
Now
don't make
that's how you know that motherfucker fell off.
literally. But it's just
And
like, at
he going out,
least try.
they going out there robbing people and whatnot. Oh yeah, they fell off. If they a rapper, if they're a rapper, upcoming or known rapper, and they robbing and whatnot, robbing their fans out of some money. Oh yeah,
Bro.
they didn't fell clean the fuck off.
That's that's one of the biggest that like that's one of the easiest ways to cook yourself as an underground artist too, is scamming your fans and your supporters. Like, even if it's for like a repost feature, something like that. Like, you see all the time niggas like owing people that shit. Like, and then it gets to the point where your name is more known as a scammer than it is as an artist. and like you don't want that shit to be around you. Like there is no reason why I've worked with artists like Sofego, Summers when they was coming up. There's no reason why like artists like that are actually prevalent aren't scamming, but you are type shit. Like that's the reason why they got up, because they actually was solid with their work. They was solid with they fans and building their community. You gotta have that following, that cult fan base with you. You can't look at a follower as a dollar sign.
Nah, they just jump. Nah, they just they just jumped out. They they just jumped out in the down bad. They don't know no better.
Literally.
They don't know no better. They they junked out robbing.
It's
Yeah,
like you just get into it too quick. It's like I get life get fast and like you don't know what to do, but like nigga just I don't know. If I ever get in that mentality where like I feel like I'm finna go do some dumb shit, I'll literally just I'll get drunk at home or some shit so that I can't go out and do something. I'll hide my keys and just like I make it to where I know I'm not getting in trouble. And like then obviously I keep around a good crowd, because like you got to be around a good crowd. If you got actual aspirations and goals with music, especially too, you gotta be around that good crowd, because you really do not know what these other people be doing behind closed doors. You don't know what kind of controversies they're gonna get into, and even if it isn't you doing it, it's gonna go back to you because of association.
well they said, well, that's how it goes. Goddamn it, that's how it goes. But finna end this joint.
Word, word. Hey man, I appreciate you having me on. This was actually a dope ass experience. Like I said, I ain't never done nothing like this. I do apologize if I was like shaky with like how I'm talking and shit, but shit, I had a good ass time.
Hell yeah,
But shit, man, keep running this shit up. I'm gonna definitely keep an eye out and everything. I'm gonna be shouting you out. But yeah, keep running this shit up, man.
I will. I gotta be consistent with it. That's all.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. But you got this shit. You already got that motion going. It's gonna keep going.
I'm gonna keep it going as much as I can.
Hell yeah, fam. I appreciate you.
Anytime.
Hell yeah, man. You take it easy.
You too.
All right, peace.
That was Houston. And that was a Texas artist. Now, for the ones that said my bum's finna fall out, fuck y'all. And I'm gonna keep it a buck. Fuck y'all. But this was the interview of. Damn, I forgot the name, but I'm gonna figure it out later. Y'all have a safe and blessed Monday. This is the Rebel Star signing out. Peace.